Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to MotoGP 18, and I can't really surprise you with it because as you can see, we're in round 5 from the Red Bull Ring in Austria, and I got P5. So we're going to do a replay, and I'll talk over that, like I do. And then we'll see what we can get with the controller here. I don't want to use my keyboard. That turns it off right there. So we'll start TV coverage for a while until I get a little caught up. That's me in the back with the Suomi helmet. So I did so much better here, and you'll be able to see from my line that I feel like I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. Part of it, I have to admit, is I really know this track well from all the F1 laps that I've run on it. So like the hairpin, right? Look at this guy. Where'd he come from? Compared to how I was the last race that I did, which I believe was round 3, and then round 4 I did off camera, and I got like 21st. Really didn't do well. So I'm thinking a big part of it is knowing the tracks, and even knowing this track, like coming up here, turn 6 is absolutely brutal right here. I cannot get the timing on this one. I go too wide and I get passed underneath, or I cut inside and have to do all those corrections. And then from here out, from that's turn 7 right there, I believe. From turn 7 out through the S's, much better. And then 9 and 10 onto the front straight, I feel like I do all right. So just to keep track, that was lap 1. I'll count it off manually because I believe it's around lap 5 where I sort of get it together. Right? That's not terrible. And then onto the front straight. Better. Definitely better. And I do finish well, so I'm super pleased about that. Not perfect. And one of the things that I'm still really struggling with is the AI in corners, because they bump you. They take you out from the front, they take you out from the back. And now I've struggled with AI in other race sims, and my take on it is always, oh, that AI sucks. But then, you look into it a little bit, or you experiment with it a little bit, and you find out, like always, it's you. And I want to strike a balance between racing well and doing well, right? Finishing well, and learning to accommodate dodgy AI. And there is some AI that you have to admit, it just sucks. It's goofy AI, but you learn to anticipate it. You learn how it's goofy, where it's goofy, and then you anticipate it. And it can feel like you're racing well, but you're not. You're just learning how to mess with the AI. Yeah, I get passed a lot there. Definitely. Okay. But it's coming alive. So my first instinct is always, blame the AI. Oh, this AI is stupid. But I'm being patient with it and trying to understand, like, is the AI just doing what this is lap 2, doing what doing what actual MotoGP riders would do, and I need to, be mindful of the line and put myself where I'm supposed to be. And if I'm where I'm supposed to be, then the AI won't bump me. It's like braking. If you brake too early, you get bumped from behind. If you brake too late, you bump into people. But if you brake just right, so it's like learning where just right is. And that's sort of what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, you can see the turns are better. They're better than they were last episode. Still got a ways to go, and I really struggle to control the bike. I don't know if that's continuing the process of leveling up, and it'll get better and better. I don't know, for that matter, I don't know if I'm controlling the bike better because I am leveling up, because I've come up, right? Like right there, that was perfect. You want to say that was perfect? Let's, how do we back this thing up? Left trigger to back up. Oh, yeah. Oh, check my style. Is this annoying? This is like when I score a goal on you in hockey and I just keep replaying it over and over and over. Right. Now go forward. Oh. Oh, this is majestic. Yeah, let's do it this way. Oh, yeah, I'm digging this. Yeah, I am. With the music and everything, that's fantastic. Throw it down there, buddy. Throw it down there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, screenshot all day. Fantastic. Okay, and then how do we speed up again? Is that it? Yeah, that looks like it's about right. So definitely getting the hang of it and learning to accommodate the AI, but I don't know if I'm accommodating them because does that look a little fast? Looks a little fast. I think that's about right. Yeah, I think that's about right. I think that last one was too fast. Was it too slow? Can't even tell. No, that's about right. Man, that would suck to watch the second half of the replay in slow-mo. No, that's right. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So, progress. And I really, really love this sim. This is lap 3. Is that right? I think so. I don't know. But really loving it and really looking forward to moving up a class. I wanted to do the Red Bull Rookies twice to level up my character and feel like I got all that I could out of the KTM 250, if that makes sense. I didn't want to level up. I want to say it's the Honda. Is it the NRS? NSR? You know the one. But I didn't want to level up too fast and then feel like, wait a minute, did we learn everything that we were supposed to on the KTM? Do we deserve to be here? Like, are we supposed to be here? So I stayed in the Red Bull Rookies for, this is going to be second season, and we'll see how we do at the end of this season. We got offers, we got contract offers at the end of last season, but I suspect that that's automatic, and it's not really, you know, it has, because we finished terribly. We were like 19th in points or something out of 26, so we finished terrible. And to get a contract is like, pretty sure that's just, you know, the game was going to do that regardless. We could have finished in 26th and they would have offered us a contract. So the end of this season, I think I'm going to feel like I've done what I can with the KTM. But I also, God, that turn just kills me. That's better. That's better. But I drift wide and I just get passed on the inside, and then I'm totally out of shape for turn 7. I also want to be careful. I feel like I need to learn these tracks, and I feel like the reason I did well in this race is because I know the Red Bull Ring really, really well. And until I know every other track as well, I'm not going to be able to finish anywhere but, well, the Red Bull Ring. And I think there's one other one. I don't even know the season. That's how, I guess, foreign MotoGP is to me. I'm busy, man. I do a lot of things, and I just don't have time. Like, I follow F1, and I follow Le Mans and endurance racing a little bit, but I just can't add, like, NASCAR and Indy and MotoGP. I just don't have the bandwidth to follow all those seasons. So I don't even know I don't know the MotoGP season, and this isn't MotoGP. This is below Moto2. So I don't know this season, and I don't know these tracks. Should I stay in Red Bull Rookies until I can win all these tracks with the AI turned up a little bit? Because it's pretty low right now. I don't even want to tell you how low it is, but it's pretty low. It's not as low as it goes. It's not on 0, but it's pretty low. So maybe just stay on the KTM until we can finish. I don't know. It doesn't have to be podium, but maybe top 5. When we can log a minimum of a 5th or above every race with the AI set, I don't know, you know, kind of in the middle somewhere, then maybe we're ready to level up. And I'm going to, this is lap 4, is that right? So I'm going to hop to, because I feel like this is This is where we start making some moves. Camera is this one. This one. There you go. Right. So let's do some laps from the helmet cam. And this, I say helmet cam. When I say helmet cam, that typically implies on top of the helmet, and this camera is like, this is what we see. This is our like actual rider POV. There's a cockpit view that doesn't go up and down. Like when the rider tucks, the view stays the same. But on this one, when you tuck, the view drops down, and then when you pop up out of the bubble, it raises up a little bit. I'll say this also. I'm doing all these races from this view, from the helmet view. And actually, this one's not popping up. But it's tinted, right? And that's how, like, there's fender cam. There's fairing cam. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. That's TV. This is chase. Okay. This is slightly different than the view that I use. The view that I use, the rider, like the point of view does lift up and down. And when you go down in your tuck, you really can't see a whole lot. It's pretty flat. It's like being in cockpit view in F1. You just really can't see a whole lot. But I feel like fair is fair. And this is in all sims, except farm sim. In all sims, all racing sims certainly, I like to be in cockpit view or in the most realistic view possible. Like I hate the idea of racing with T-Cam in Formula One, because you get to see so much more of the track, and you get to see what's around you, and you get to see what's over the hill in front of you. And I feel like that's just not fair. I feel like if you're going to race, you should race seeing what someone who is racing would see. So, right there, like, nailing apexes. Finally, and even through the hairpin, which is a really tricky turn, nailing it. It's just, well, turn 6. I want to say turn 6 is the one that kills me every lap. Late braking. Really? Check my style. That guy. Where'd he come from? Yeah, man, I'm super pleased. I'm super happy. Oh, and we're on a dry track too. And normally, the AI just schools me on a dry track. And I get it's an 8-lap race. I want to say on lap 6 or 7, I get fast lap of the race, and I was super pleased about that. But what I noticed is and this is going to sound totally mental when I say it out loud, but you'll know what I mean. You can, like the back markers. Oh, it's turn 6. I hate you, turn 6. And then I'm all out of shape for turn 7. I'm a hot mess. The back markers, you can just blow by them on the straight, and we finish in what, 5th? As you get up toward the front runners, it's a drag race on every straight. And that's an interesting, I guess, an interesting interpretation of AI, but it is spec racing. So these bikes would be, in theory, exactly the same speed on straights, because they're spec, and everybody on the straight has the throttle pinned, so everybody should be going exactly the same speed, right? You would think. But the back markers tend to be a lot slower on the straights, and you just blow by them, and then they brake really, really, really early. Whereas the front runners tend to brake fairly late, and I have seen, or at least I think I've seen, because I haven't run a consistent enough line to feel like I can see the AI being consistent as well. My line is kind of all over the place, but I feel like the AI, as you get toward the front runners, I feel like they handle turns differently. Like each of the riders handles the turn differently. They don't all take the same line. Some of them brake late, some of them, different entry, different apex, slightly different. And I don't know if that is because they're running closer to the limit of the KTM that they are sort of skating around within their parameters, or if they're actually programmed to be like to have some variety in there. Turn 6. Turn 6, I hate you. But yeah, I feel like if I could run this well on every track, I feel like I could have a decent season to start to jack the AI, but this is really the only one. Now, this is... When you get to MotoGP, there are a lot more of the F1 tracks, and I do know those better. But for now, with so many of the tracks being kind of foreign to me, I think it's going to make sense to do another season or two on the KTM. And keep leveling up, too. Oh, that's the end of the race. So, if we go here... Right. And let's see how we did. So we're P5. See how we did on points. I got... Right? I went from P17 to P14. So good on me. And then we'll see... let's call it. It's been long enough. But we're going to level up a little bit. We got some reputation. We'll keep rolling. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of MotoGP 18. And we'll see you next time. Take care.